Hi students. Today today we'll have a lecture on time complexity examples. In the last class we had learned time complexity and also the time complexity example. Only one example we have seen that is a sum of n numbers in an array, right? So in today we'll have some more examples. Let's have a simple example where I have three input variables a comma b comma c, and where simple arithmetic operations we are performing with a, b, c, and we are storing the results in a comma c comma d, and as we have shown in the 3 4 5 statements. And here our first method is a frequency count method. In our frequency count method we are frequency count method or a tabulation method. Here we are finding S by E, which is steps per execution, as well as frequency and total steps. So steps per execution, here what are all the executable statements we are taking. Those executable statements will be having either a S by E value as either 1 or 0. For executable statements 1, and for non-executable statements we'll take it as 0. And frequency is nothing but number of times a particular statement is being executed. So the first statement is nothing but the name of the algorithm, so will be ignored while calculating the time complexity, and the next one is also will be ignored, and the next one, which is a computational statement and which has to be taken into our considerations. S by E is 1, as well as the frequency is also 1. 1 into 1 together will have the total number of steps is 1. And the next statement is also a computational statement, so it will also be 1. So together. In the same manner, our fifth statement is also the executable statement and whose frequency is also 1. And the last statement is nothing but end or a closed brace. So for this, 0. And finally, what is the total time complexity? 1 plus 1 plus 1. Here 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is yielding me 3. Total time complexity for this simple algorithm is 3. Now, let's see the next one, which is matrix addition. So, addition of two matrices, right? So, here A, B, C. A comma B is the input matrices. C is the resultant matrix, which stores the addition of two matrices. M comma N is the order of the given matrix. And here, while performing addition, both the matrices order should be same. So, M comma N is same for both. So now for I is equal to 1 to m, which means that here we are repeating the for loop from 1 to m, which is a row wise, and for j is equal to 1 to n, which is a column wise. And finally we are computing our sum, a of ij plus b of ij, which is equal to c of ij. So we are just adding the elements in the A of ij index and B of ij index, and together we are adding it and we are placing in C of ij index. So this is what the algorithm explanation, and now we'll see the time complexity, how to find this time complexity for this particular algorithm S by E. Initially the statement 1 is 1 will never be executed, in the sense I will never be come under time complexity constraint. So whose S by E is 0, frequency is 0. Now the next one is nothing but a comment section as well as an open brace. Even for blocks is also 0 S by E. And next for loop. Now for loop. So this for loop will be how many times it will be executed. Now let's see. So generally here I is equal to 1 initially. Initially it will be initialized. And how many times this will be checked up? 1 less than or equal to m. 1 to m means 1 less than or equal to m times it has to be checked. Right? I less than or equal to m. Here I less than or equal to m, and each time I will be incremented by 1. Now the thing is here, the for loop condition will be checked how many number of times. Here for I is equal to 1 case it will be executed, I is equal to 2 case it will be executed, 3 case it will be executed. Likewise I is equal to m case is also being executed. After that, again one more condition it will check. Which condition? I less than or equal to m plus 1. As that condition is failed, then only it is coming out of the loop. Right? So here as a condition is failed at I less than or equal to m plus 1 condition. At that place it is coming out of the loop. So it is also checking one more condition. at the last step. So that's the reason for loop will be executed for m plus 1 time, whereas the inside body of the for loop will be executed only for m times. So now S by E is 1, frequency is n plus 1. That is, this for loop will be executed for m plus 1 times. Total number of steps is 1 into m plus 1 together, which is m plus 1. Now, next one is j is equal to 1 to n. This will be executed for how many times? Once the I condition is satisfied, I less than or equal to m condition is satisfied, then it is being entered into the for loop, right? That is the inner for loop, which is j is equal to 1 to n. So even the jth case also, j for loop is also will be executed for n plus 1 times. Even this for loop is also checked for n plus 1 times, right? Until j 1 less than or equal to n condition fail, then only it will come out of the inner for loop, right? So how many number of times? Basically only the inner for loop will be executed for n plus 1 times, and whereas it is also being checked with the outermost for loop. So whatever all there in the outermost for loop inside body, okay, so the body of the outermost for loop, which is 4 5 statements, will be executed for how many number of times? M times. So m into n plus 1 times will be executed for fourth for loop, which is the innermost for loop. So now together S by E is 1, m into n plus 1. Why m came into the picture? Because the fourth statement is come under innermost for loop for the third statement. Okay, because the fourth statement is the inner for loop. So the inner for loop means it has to satisfy the outer for loop. Then only it will enter into the inner for loop. That's why m into n plus 1. Together the total frequency, the total steps is mn plus m. Now, C of ij is equal to A of ij plus B of ij. Once the outer for loop is correct, inner for loop is correct, then only we will enter into the statement 5. So, which will be executed for how many times? Mn times. So, mn into 1. Total step is mn. And finally, closed brace will not take any consideration, 0. And finally, the total number of steps is m plus 1 plus mn plus m plus mn. Together mn's 2 times 2mn plus 2m plus 1. So the total number of steps is 2mn plus 2m plus 1. This is the total time complexity. Now let's see another example, which is transpose of a matrix. Transpose means here the rows are being converted into columns and columns are being converted into rows. Transpose A comma m comma n, where A is the input array, m comma n is the order of the given matrix. For I is equal to 1 to m, for j is equal to 1 to n, we are just changing the array indexes to, row indexes to column index and column indexes to row index, which is A of ji is being initialized to T of ij, where T is a transpose of the given matrix. So how many times? Now let's again refresh. So now algorithm name means it will be considered as 0 and open brace 0. For loop I is equal to 1 to m. How many times? M plus 1 times, the condition being checked. So m plus 1 is a frequency. J is equal to 1 to n, which is n plus 1 as a basic for loop and which is the innermost. So m into n plus 1, right? M plus 1 and then m into n plus 1 and then T of ij is equal to A of j. This is how many times? Mn times. M into n. And finally 0. And finally we have to add them. Mn plus mn is 2mn plus 2m plus 1. This is the final time complexity of transpose of a given matrix. Now linear search. What is meant by linear search? Linear search means here we will we are going to find an element in the given list such that we are comparing each and every element in the given list with the key element. So now here A is the array, n is the array size, key is the element to be found. And for I is equal to 1 to n, which is from the first element to the last element, we are doing the operation, which is if A of I is equal to key, then the element is found. So at that time we are just returning 1, else means we are returning -1. So now steps per execution, frequency for a of I is equal to key, and frequency for a of I not equal to key, and total steps for a of I is equal to key, total steps for a of I not equal to key. So within the for loop, here I have two conditions, whether the element is found or element is not found. So for them I'm having two more columns, right? Now initially the first one is the first line is refers to the name. So for that steps is 0. So everything is 0. Now the next one is the open brace. For that also 0. Next I is equal to 1 to n. 1 to n means here how many number of times? How many number of times? Whether the condition is satisfied or not, I have to check this condition. So first of all, for loop. For loop must be checked. So S by E is 1 and frequency is n plus 1. N plus 1, n plus 1, n plus 1. Next open brace means 0. Next if A of I is equal to key. Now our condition come into picture. S by E is 1, steps is 1. Frequency for A of I is equal to key. So if A of I is equal to key, this condition will check for how many number of times? N times. So this will be n. Now frequency for A of I is not equal to key. Even that also n times. Total number of steps is n. Now next 0 0. Next is return statement. How many number of times we will return? Only one time. Why? Because here A of I is equal to key. If this condition is satisfied, then only we are returning. And here A of I is not equal to key. Under this condition, we will not return anything, because this return one is come under successful search. So this is 0 and this is also 0. Now close brace 0. Next part is else. So if that condition is not satisfied means directly we will going into else part. Now return minus 1. So this statement S by E is 1. Now return minus 1. When will this return minus 1? When it is not equal to B for an unsuccessful search. So A of I not equal to key, frequency will be 1. A of I not equal to key, total steps is 1 into 1, 1. And then closed brace is 0, 0. And then total number of steps is, for A of I is equal to key. A of I is equal to key, that is n plus 1 plus n plus 1, which is equal to 2n plus 2. And for A of I not equal to key, which is n plus 1 plus n plus 1, which is equal to 2n plus 2. Matrix multiplication. Matrix multiplication means here we are multiplying two matrices such that a row is multiplied with column. Okay. Likewise, the process going on. Now, here the main condition to be checked is here the row. The thing is here the columns in the first matrix and the rows in the second matrix should be equal. Then only we can perform the matrix multiplication. Otherwise, we cannot perform the matrix multiplication. So that condition we are checking initially. If n is not equal to p, which means that the columns in the first matrix is not equal to the rows in the second matrix, then we could not multiply the matrices. That is why incompatible dimensions. Else means here we can do the computation. So now for I is equal to 1 to m, for j is equal to 1 to q. Q, p, m and n are the order of the first matrix, P and Q is the order of the second matrix. AB is the input array and C is your resultant product. Now, C of Ij is equal to 0 initially and then K is equal to 1 to n. Here what we are doing, C of Ij plus A of Ik into B of Kj. As I said here, the rows is multiplied with columns A of Ik into B of Kj, and this is being added to C of Ij, and finally we are keeping into C of Ij. Now let's see the time complexity. S by E. The first statement S by E is 0 and the second one is also 0 and the third one comes into picture if n not equal to p. So if n not equal to p means one time it will be executed. Now here writing, when we will write that particular one, when n is not equal to p only we are going to write this statement. Otherwise we will check the condition whether, okay, here for checking the condition is mandatory. That's why S by E is 1 and n is equal to p1. Okay, these are all 1. But we will write only when this condition is satisfied. So at which case this condition is satisfied and not equal to p frequency. So 1. And the total steps is 1 into 1, 1. Now else. So when the condition is satisfied, okay, to check the condition, as we already required 1, so here for else case automatically it comes into picture, so no need of checking of, no need of execution of else, directly it will enters into the else block. So now for I equal to 1 to m, for I equal to 1 to m, how many times? M plus 1 times, so m plus 1, n equal to p, m plus 1, m plus 1. Next, j equal to 1 to q, q plus 1 into m, q plus 1 into m. Next, c of ij is equal to 0, which is in the two innermost loops, which is m and q. So, m into q. Now, k equal to 1 to n. Initially for k loop, which is n plus 1, and which is the innermost of m and q. So, m into q into n plus 1. Next, which is in the third innermost loop, I have this 11th statement. So, m into q into n. Next, finally 0. Now, adding of all. So, total number of steps for n is equal to p. 1 plus m plus 1 plus mq plus m plus nq plus nqn plus nq plus nqn. So, together it is yielding me 2mqn plus 3qn plus 2m plus 1. Next, total steps for n not equal to p for checking condition and for writing the statement, which is equal to 2. Okay, thank you everyone. Thanks for listening me. If at all if you are having any doubts, you can mail me shravani61stars@gmail.com. Bye bye.